On days like today, when it's raining off and on, it's not pouring all day, it's not a complete washout, I try to really focus on my self-talk and staying as positive as possible. Because while I would like to call it a washout and just take the day off, I'm never productive when that happens. There's just never anything else. There's just never anything that important for me to do. I mean, yeah, there's equipment maintenance and all that, but it normally doesn't have to be done at that time, and I end up just getting stuck in a rut because I want to be out there working and I can't. Therefore, I find it almost impossible for me to convert that into something positive or productive, so that I can still get something done even if it's not lawn care related. I mean, I can't even spend time with my family because every time it rains like this, because typically there rains a lot in the spring and fall, everyone's, gone. My wife still has to go to work, and my kids are normally in school. I just try to convince myself that anything I can get done today is less I have to get done tomorrow. So again, today's one of those days, just trying to chip away. It rains and it stops, and it rains and it stops. It stops long enough for me to get at least 1 yard done, sometimes 2. So I'm just trying to chip away at it. So yeah, it takes longer, it's a pain. Certain spots of different yards will get extra soft, so you got to be extra careful. I already push mowed. I push mowed 1 yard that it's a small yard, but I can normally knock it out with my Grandstand perfectly fine in half the time, but I wasn't trying to mess up that yard, so I just push mowed it. It is what it is. You do what you got to do. But the main thing is I just keep chipping away and keep the mentality and my self-talk positive by saying anything you get done today is less you have to get done tomorrow. So as soon as the rain stops, which is supposed to stop in about 30 minutes or so, I'm going to knock out this yard slowly and carefully, and then move on to the next. Look at this guy. You don't see that every day, or at least I don't. Oh, got that wet grass smell going on in here. It was raining all day yesterday off and on, and I didn't have time at the end of the day to wash up underneath, spray up underneath the decks or anything. It was pouring all the way till dark, through dark, probably like around 9 o'clock. So last thing I wanted to do after being poured on all day and trying to get as much lawns as I could get done in all this wetness was unload everything in the pouring rain again and hose everything down. So I wanted to go home and take a nice hot shower and call it a day. But so now you got that fresh, not so good smelling stuff going on in the trailer. Just had my rear shocks replaced. Look at how high up the hitch is now. So it should be good to go. We'll see how it looks after the trailer's hooked on, but got the reinforced suspension. I asked them, since I got to replace the shocks anyway, is there something that I can do? What do they recommend to give it that extra support for the heavier trailer? So that's what they recommended, so we'll see. Looks good so far. No more sag. It's amazing. It almost looks like the trailer is going up a little bit. It just goes to show you, invest in some upgrades before you just buy a new truck. So again, I'd much rather do that than pay for a brand new truck. I take good care of this truck. I have no reason to believe that it's going to just completely die out on me anytime soon. So I'd much rather do some upgrades and invest my money into new equipment. Fall's right around the corner. Grass is growing long and thick already. It's the end of August. It's been a roller coaster of a ride this season with clients coming and going. It's just been non-stop. I get new ones, I lose old ones, I lose new ones that I get. Everyone's moving, changing their mind. I don't know what the deal is, but it's my 4th year this year, and this has been the most of this kind of stuff. Just everyone seems to be moving or just canceling their service for whatever reason. You know, they want to show their son how to mow. They want to cut back their expenses. But I guess it's just putting me and my company through its paces. I know that I'm doing everything right. I'm not doing a bad job or anything, and with every new client I'm increasing my prices and making sure it's in my route, just tightening everything up. I mean, some of the clients that I lost honestly were clients that I should have lost anyway or should have gotten rid of for one reason or another. Either they were a slow payer, no payer, low payer, or just not in the right area. So we'll see how the rest of this season goes.